Rimuru Go Back in Time by Rimu-chi. Dragon Form. Rimuru's POV. I wake up, feeling an unusual warmth around me. My body feels surprisingly heavy, but it's not uncomfortable. Blinking, I find myself surrounded by soft silver hair on one side and silky black hair on the other. As my vision clears, I realize it's Seal and Shizu, both curled up next to me. A wave of relief and happiness fills me. Shizu is here, safe. I had really saved her. Before long, I see their eyes start to flutter open. Good morning, Master, Seal murmurs, her voice soft, but her cheeks flush like a ripe tomato. She quickly glances away, shy yet calm. Just then, Shizu shifts beside me, rubbing her eyes. Good morning, Rimuru-san, she greets with a sleepy smile. But as she looks around, a flicker of realization crosses her face. Her gaze drops, noticing the lack of clothing, and her face turns a deep shade of red, even redder than Ciel's. Oh. I didn't realize, she stammers, trying to pull the covers up a bit. I chuckle lightly. Good morning, ladies. How was last night? I'm glad you both are here with me. Ciel, still blushing, responds in a quiet, composed tone. It was wonderful, Master. Being close to you like this feels fulfilling. Shizu nods in agreement, though her face is still flushed. It was very nice, Rimuru-san. I don't know if I ever thought I'd feel so at peace. Smiling, I pat them both gently. I'm glad. I don't know what I'd do without you two. After a moment of quiet warmth, I finally say, all right, I have some work to get to today, you know. So, let's put on some clothes and get something to eat, shall we? Both of them nod, with shy but happy smiles. Once dressed, we make our way to the living area. In the kitchen, Shizu and Ciel exchange a look. Would you like us to make something special for breakfast, Rimuru-san? Shizu asks, her face lighting up. Definitely. With you two cooking, I'm sure it'll be amazing, I reply, taking a seat and watching them move around the kitchen. As they prepare the meal, they chat in low voices, occasionally glancing at me with little smiles. So, Shizu, Ciel says, did you enjoy last night? Quote. Shizu blushes and nods. Better than I thought, thanks to you, both of you. After breakfast, Ciel returns to my mind space, Shizu and I head out to meet the others. After a few minutes, Shizu, Ciel, and I enter my office. The room has a calm, focused atmosphere, with my grand desk in the center piled high with stacks of paperwork that seem endless. Using telepathy, I reach out to Rigurd. Rigurd, tell Aren and the other two to come to my office and have Kaijin prepare some quality gear for them as well. As you command, Rimuru-sama, Rigurd replies promptly. A short time later, Aren and the others arrive at my office. I hand out the new gear, each piece crafted with the finest materials for durability and strength. They examine it, clearly impressed, turning the gear over and testing its weight. From now on, Shizu will be staying with me, I inform them. If anyone asks about her, tell them she died in the forest. It's safer if no one knows she's here. The announcement brings a mix of surprise and confusion to their faces, especially Shizu's. Rimuru-san, why do I have to pretend I'm dead? She asks, worry etched across her face. Before I can respond, Ciel's calm voice chimes in through telepathy. There are people who may try to come after you, Shizu. This is just a precaution to keep you safe, and we'll sort things out soon. Shizu listens, her expression softening as she nods, accepting the explanation. All right, I trust you both, she says quietly. Once Aren and the others have left, Shizu turns to me, her eyes filled with gentle determination. Is there anything I can do to help, Rimuru-san? I consider this, not wanting her to feel burdened. Then an idea strikes. Actually, there are some young goblins who could use a teacher. How would you feel about guiding them? Her face brightens instantly, and she smiles warmly. I'd love that, Rimuru-san. I'll do my best to help them grow. Thank you, Shizu, I say with relief. They'll be in good hands with you. Turning toward the door, I call out, Haruno, Goblina, you two out there. The door opens, and Haruno and Goblina enter, both bowing politely. Haruno looks especially eager, practically bouncing on his feet. Rimuru-sama. Is there something you need? Goblina asks, her tone a bit more composed than Haruno's. Yes, I reply. I want you both to work under Shizu from now on and assist her however she needs. Haruno's eyes light up, and he salutes dramatically. As you wish, Rimuru-sama. We won't let you down. Then he glances at Shizu with a grin. Shizu-sama, we're looking forward to working with you. Goblina nods respectfully, adding, it's an honor, Shizu-sama. We'll be at your service. Shizu smiles, slightly flustered by their enthusiasm. Thank you. I look forward to working with you both. As Goblina and Haruno head out, I turn to Shizu with a teasing smile. Looks like you're quite popular with the Goblinas already, huh, Shizu? She blushes slightly, giving me a shy smile. They're very kind. Of course they are, I say, leaning in closer, my voice dropping to a playful tone. After all, they're charmed by my lovely wife, just like I am. Before she can respond, I gently press a quick kiss to her lips. Her eyes widen in surprise, her face turning bright red as she stammers, RIMURU-san. Don't do thing Luke that out of bush. I laugh softly, amused by her reaction. Thank you for all your help, Shizu. I'm lucky to have you by my side. She nods, flustered, trying to regain her composure. I'm glad to be here, too. With that, she hurries out of the office, her face still flushed. I smile to myself as I watch her go. Suddenly, Ciel's voice echoes in my mind. Master, I have a report. What is it, Ciel? I ask, curious. As the true dragon, I have completed your dragon form. Would you like to test it? A grin spreads across my face as excitement builds. Yes, let's go to Veldora's cave for that. I recreate Shizu's mask, placing it over my face, then spread my wings, step out the window, and take off, soaring into the sky toward Veldora's cave. Master, you can teleport to the cave, you know. Why are you flying? Ciel asks, a hint of amusement in her tone. I chuckle, enjoying the rush of wind as it surrounds me. Come on, Ciel. I like flying like this. Besides, it makes me feel more like a true dragon. If you say so. She pauses for a moment, thinking. What color would you prefer for your dragon form, Master? I imagine it for a moment. Dark blue, with touches of silver and a hint of black. Can you do that? Already done, Master. As expected from my first wife, I say with a playful smirk. Master. Don't say that. Ciel's voice wavers slightly, sounding flustered. If you keep teasing me like this. Laughing, I respond, alright, I'll behave, for now. After a few minutes, I arrive at Veldora's cave, landing smoothly at the top of a nearby mountain. Taking a deep breath, I ready myself to see what my dragon form truly looks like. Alright, Ciel. Let's see this transformation, I say, feeling anticipation building up within me. My vision sharpens as my body shifts, dark blue scales rippling across my skin, glistening with silver and hints of black, a perfect blend of power and elegance. The transformation is complete, and I feel my true dragon body. Ciel's POV. I wake up, feeling a warmth I haven't experienced before. My mind begins processing, immediately analyzing, reviewing, calculating, but there's something different this time. I am close to Master, lying beside him in a way that makes my usual calm waver. His face is peaceful, his breathing steady. Then I notice Shizu on his other side, also resting with a soft smile. My cheeks warm up, and I quickly turn my gaze away. Good morning, Master, I whisper telepathically, feeling a mixture of shyness and tranquility. This feeling is new for me, but I find it fulfilling. Shizu shifts beside him, rubbing her eyes and greeting him as well. But as she takes in the scene, her cheeks turn bright red. She pulls the covers up, stammering a little, clearly embarrassed by the situation. Master, on the other hand, just chuckles, his smile as warm as ever. Good morning, ladies. How was last night? I'm glad you both are here with me, he says, his voice full of gentle affection. His words send a flutter through my core. It was wonderful, Master. Being close to you like this feels fulfilling, I manage, though my voice comes out softer than usual. I want him to know that I cherish these moments, even if expressing that feeling is new to me. Shizu nods, her face flushed, and agrees, it was very nice, Rimuru-san. I don't know if I ever thought I'd feel so at peace. Master smiles, patting both of us gently. I'm glad. I don't know what I'd do without you two. My heart beats a little faster at his words. I have always been his companion, his devoted guide, but to hear him say this fills me with a sense of purpose beyond calculations and strategies. For a moment, it feels like everything I've done has brought us here, to this moment. After we get dressed and head to the kitchen, I start preparing breakfast alongside Shizu. It's simple, but something about cooking with her feels almost sisterly. She looks at me as if to ask if I enjoyed the night, and when I nod, she smiles knowingly. The warmth of camaraderie between us is undeniable. Once we finish breakfast, I return to my mental space, overseeing his data and assisting as usual. Yet, a part of me lingers, still reliving the morning's warmth. When Master and Shizu arrive at the office, I stay nearby, watching as he assigns Shizu to work with the young goblins. I can tell he is teasing her, and as she blushes at his words, I can't help but smile. Later, as we return to our routines, I sense a change in Master's energy flow and decide it is time. Master, I have a report, I inform him. What is it, Seal? He asks. As the true dragon, I have completed your dragon form. Would you like to test it? His eyes light up with excitement. Yes, let's go to Veldora's cave for that. He creates Shizu's mask, places it over his face, and unfurls his wings before stepping out the window to take flight. I try to remind him that teleporting would be faster, but he only chuckles. Come on, Seal. I like flying like this. Besides, it makes me feel more like a true dragon. If you say so. I reply, though there's a warmth building in my core again. He is carefree, confident, and I can feel how much he relishes this freedom. After a moment, I ask, what color would you prefer for your dragon form, Master? He considers it. Dark blue, with touches of silver and a hint of black. Can you do that? Already done, Master. He grins, as expected from my first wife. The words cause a jolt in my chest, and my thoughts momentarily falter. Master. Don't say that. I can feel myself blushing, an experience that is both delightful and utterly distracting. If you keep teasing me like this. He just laughs softly. Alright, I'll behave, for now. As he reaches Veldora's cave, I focus, eager to see his transformation. His energy pulses through me as he begins to shift. Dark blue scales ripple across his skin, laced with glints of silver and hints of black, power flowing through every line. It is AWE inspiring, like seeing a legend brought to life. Master, your form is perfect, I say quietly, feeling a surge of pride. Shizu's POV. I wake slowly, a warm comfort surrounding me, unlike anything I've felt in a long time. The peaceful feeling is almost surreal, and for a moment, I forget where I am. Blinking, I realize I'm resting beside Rimuru-san. I also notice Seal on his other side, her serene expression contrasting the faint blush coloring her cheeks. Good morning, Master, she says softly, turning her gaze away. There's a sense of shyness in her voice that makes me feel oddly connected to her in this moment. Good morning, Rimuru-san, I manage, my voice still thick with sleep. I feel the weight of the situation as I glance down, noticing we're all, well, a bit undressed. My face turns a shade of red that I'm sure rivals the sunrise. Embarrassed, I try to pull the blanket up slightly, stammering, oh. I didn't realize. But Rimuru-san's chuckle is gentle, putting me at ease. Good morning, ladies. How was last night? I'm glad you both are here with me, he says, his warmth enveloping me, quieting my worries. I find myself nodding along with Seal, whose cheeks are just as red as mine. She looks at him, calm and composed as she says, it was wonderful, Master. Being close to you like this feels fulfilling. I glance at her, feeling the same sense of comfort. It was very nice, Rimuru-san. I don't know if I ever thought I'd feel so at peace. And I mean every word. For so long, I've felt adrift, searching for peace. I realize now that I may have finally found it here, beside them. His gentle pat on my shoulder makes my heart flutter. I'm glad. I don't know what I'd do without you two, he says. Those words, so simple yet full of kindness, remind me just how lucky I am to be here. After a warm breakfast with Rimuru and Seal, I can feel a renewed sense of belonging. When we enter his office, I listen quietly as he assigns new tasks to Ren and the others. He then tells them something that makes me freeze. From now on, Shizu will be staying with me, Rimuru announces. If anyone asks about her, tell them she died in the forest. It's safer if no one knows she's here. My heart races. Pretending I'm dead. The thought feels strange, almost like I'm losing a part of myself. But Rimuru's face is calm, determined. Before I can ask him about it, Ciel's reassuring voice sounds in my mind. There are people who may try to come after you, Shizu. This is just a precaution to keep you safe, and we'll sort things out soon. Ciel's words steady me, and I feel my worries fade. I know I can trust her. I turn to Rimuru and nod, trying to stay calm. Alright, I trust you both, I say quietly. And I do more than I've trusted anyone in a very long time. After the others leave, I look at Rimuru, my heart full of gratitude and determination. Is there anything I can do to help, Rimuru-san? I want to contribute, to make this place as safe and welcoming as it has been for me. Rimuru considers my question, and his expression brightens as an idea comes to him. Actually, there are some young goblins who could use a teacher. How would you feel about guiding them? The thought fills me with unexpected joy. Helping others, guiding them, it feels like something I was meant to do. I'd love that, Rimuru-san. I'll do my best to help them grow. Thank you, Shizu, he says with relief. They'll be in good hands with you. Hearing those words from him makes my resolve stronger than ever. Not long after, he calls in 2 goblin assistants, Haruno and Goblina, who are immediately enthusiastic. Haruno nearly salutes, his excitement contagious, while Goblin is more composed, offering a respectful bow. Shizu-sama, we're looking forward to working with you. Haruno exclaims, his smile bright. It's an honor, Shizu-sama. We'll be at your service, Goblina adds, her tone warm. Their enthusiasm catches me a bit off guard, and I feel my cheeks warming again. I manage a smile. Thank you. I look forward to working with you both. As they head out, Rimuru's teasing voice catches me off guard. Looks like you're quite popular with the goblins already, huh, Shizu? He says, a playful glint in his eye. I blush, embarrassed but happy. They're very kind. I reply, feeling a little shy. Rimuru leans in closer, his voice gentle yet mischievous. Of course they are. After all, they're charmed by my lovely wife, just like I am. Before I can say anything, he leans in and gives me a soft, quick kiss. My face heats up again, and I stammer, Rimuru-san. Don't do things like that out of the blue. My heart feels like it's racing, and I don't know what to do with this sudden surge of emotions. He just laughs, his eyes sparkling with amusement. Thank you for all your help, Shizu. I'm lucky to have you by my side. Flustered, I nod, doing my best to keep my composure. I'm glad to be here, too. His words linger in my mind, filling me with a warmth I hadn't realized I was missing. With that, me along with Haruno and Goblina left the office. But I am still embarrassed what Rimuru-san did. Rimuru's POV. As my vision sharpens, I feel the surge of power coursing through me. My body shifts, and I watch dark blue scales ripple across my skin, glistening with hints of silver and deep black, each scale catching the light with a mesmerizing shine. A perfect blend of power and elegance, my true dragon form. The transformation is complete, and I can't help but marvel at it. I let out a single word, cool. My mind drifts to my first wife. As expected from her, never fails to impress me. Thank you, Master, Seal responds, her voice soft but brimming with pride. Hey, Seal, I ask, glancing at my massive claws and the powerful form I now possess. This dragon form, it's bigger than Veldora's, isn't it? Yes, Master, she confirms. In fact, it's even larger, closer in size to Veldanava. But there is a difference, she adds with a slight chuckle. You're cooler. Is that so? I reply, feeling a satisfied smirk form. Good to know. Anyway, Seal, tomorrow's the day Benimaru and the others are due to arrive, right? Yes, Master, Seal affirms. And what about Veldora? What's he up to? He's reading manga, she replies, a bit amused. I chuckle at the thought. Alright, let's see what he's up to. Transport me to my subspace. In an instant, Seal transports me to my imaginary space. My surroundings shift, and I find myself in a cozy, familiar room filled with an air of calm, despite its vastness. There, sprawled on a couch with a manga in hand, is Veldora, completely absorbed in his book. He looks up as he senses my presence. Hey, brother Rimuru. Long time no see. He greets me with a big grin. What brings you here? I cross my arms, raising an eyebrow. Just checking in on you. So, what are you reading? He holds up the manga with a proud grin. Oh, this. It's called Solo Leveling. I'm on chapter 67 now. It's seriously cool, like, mind-blowingly cool. I nod, glancing at the cover of the manga in his hands. Looks like you're having a good time with it, but remember to train your skills too, Veldora. Reading manga is fine, but don't let your guard down. He gives me a dismissive wave. You don't need to worry, Rimuru. I'll train hard, promise. Alright then. I'll leave you to it. I start to turn away. Just don't slack off too much, alright? Yeah, he says with a grin. See ya later, Rimuru. With a nod, I teleport back to my office, the familiar sight of my grand, meticulously organized space greeting me. I settle into my chair, thinking about the upcoming reunion. Benimaru, Shuna, Shion, Soe, Kurub. I murmur to myself, letting a small smile form as I anticipate their arrival. I look forward to seeing all of you again.